So, what?
I just played with. I've been playing with it all this morning.
I could see a little, yeah.
And this morning
Yeah.
I was in the gym
Playing with it.
So,
I mean, your lesson yesterday was one of those lessons where the timer went off before I even thought about it.
I know.
That
was great. I mean, I watched it last night, and because there were a couple of things that I really hung on to, and then watching the film, I was like, oh yeah.
Okay. So what were these things for you?
The things that I really hung on to were the feel you got me there in the canter, the cables.
Okay.
And then at the end when we had that twist or the spiral.
Yeah.
And I was just even playing with that push with that,
yeah.
Pushing into your hand.
Yeah, that you have the
warp now. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So so and then so I just I was kind of playing with the little exercises you had, and already I feel it's kind of loosening me up.
Yeah. And you could see how difficult it is with the head and that,
It's this one, the shoulder, the twisting of the shoulder. The twisting of the shoulder
where it's
that's
and
the
it's.
one
I mean, in general, if I later go into good movement, all our rotational movement is always a one thing. We don't take parts apart.
I was trying to make it more fluid just now,
the thing, as I could see that you had so dominant areas, I said, okay, to get your awareness into these different parts, I went back and said, okay, let's separate all these areas once.
You've got to deconstruct them, but keep them fluid at the same time.
Yeah, and it's fun to really work on a lot of those things and get it going. But then, if we over concentrate on it, we block ourselves. Yeah. That's a difficulty. Yeah. But I had so much fun yesterday in the lesson. Good.
No, I was really inspired and excited.
Good.
Yeah. What I'd like you to maybe go over with me and Nina here and get it on the film is what you were saying about his hind legs being longer. And what that's doing to me in the canter.
Okay, we'll have to see how he canters today.
Okay, all right.
I mentioned it to Ulf yesterday that what we saw yesterday, at least, was that when you were trotting around, he looked all harmonious in his movement. And when you started cantering, it was like really not so connected, and the hind legs looked all of a sudden like much longer, and the front legs looked shorter, and he had nearly overtook himself from behind, or it's and this getting that together was a little bit of a work, and I was just surprised that a horse that was trotting around in such harmony and canter didn't look as harmonious as he looked in trot.
And what I forgot to tell you yesterday, that's kind of our comment always on our when we show is the needs more engagement and
hind leg under and canter,
all of that in the canter.
Whatever,
So everyone else is seeing it too.
Yeah. I'm seeing something that others can see too. No, I try. Yeah. Yeah.
More engagement.
Yeah.
More carrying power.
Yeah. All these things. Okay, so I know you've warmed up, so give him a short trot and canter once around, and we'll see if we can see that now too, and take it from there. Okay. Okay. And then let him give him a canter on each rein. Yeah. Now, okay, Nina, if we now look at his canter. Just keep cantering like this.
He's always been pushing up with his hind.
Yes. And if I just look, we have in canter hind leg, then the diagonal, then the front leg. And if I try to focus, yes, on the diagonal phase, he has to connect his inside hind leg with the outside front leg. And as the hind leg appears longer, it's not a 4-beat, it's landing together, but it's not harmony. There's something in the harmony missing in that diagonal. And in order to land at the same time with this long hind leg, if he would bring that further under, he would not be able to get the front leg on the ground, kind of. Yeah? And think, if you put him a little bit more shoulder 4 position, that you make it a little narrower. That's better. That's better. Feel this? Doesn't have to be a full shoulder in, but now, of course, he's wide as anything behind. So your outside leg must encourage that the outside hind leg is not stepping wider. And it's hard for him to balance in canter. That's why he gets wider behind. And when you think of the shoulder, we're nailing him straight there. This little bit of shoulder 4 position, don't make it full shoulder in, that's too much. Because it gets narrower and he has to balance a lot more when it gets narrower. The more you bring that line inside hind leg, outside shoulder together, that's his balancing line for canter. And that becomes very narrow. Okay. Yes, feel this? Yep. And he likes to bring the hind legs a little bit travers in or fall out on the shoulder, because then he widens that diagonal and it's easier for him to balance. But it's not higher quality. So you need to develop a little bit an understanding of not forcing him to narrow too much because he can't hold it, but he needs this narrowing and a good balance in order to be able to get the hind leg under. If he doesn't have the balance, you'll have no chance of getting the hind leg under. So it's the balance before the activity in that sense. Good job. Okay. Yes, other way. Yeah, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because okay. Okay, I can see that this kind of thinking about that you balance him more, that the narrower he gets behind, the more you connect that diagonal moment, the easier that it will be for him to carry. Good job. Okay, yes, of course he would like to. Yeah, this sitting on the hind leg, freeing the shoulders. Sometimes when I ride a horse like that, I have the feeling I want to open my legs and slide, like I said, 2 centimeters further back with my whole body, not just with a seat, but with the upper legs too. I slide a little bit to the back. Open and slide back. Yes, that I get away from the shoulders. Yeah? Yes. Oops, yeah. And don't worry if that happens. The higher the quality of balance, the easier we'll disturb it. The easier we'll, and this, what we're doing now is preparation for changes. So if you do a little too much, a little here, you will get a change. But he's trying to work with you now there. So, okay. And good, good, good. Okay, now go in a circle, and the other thing he's doing in the canter, that when he lands his inside front leg and makes a big stride there, and he lands at wide 4, then he can't balance it again. If you want to get the canter a little bit more connected, think he has to bring his front feet a little bit quicker down and have more air time and not more ground time. Because if he covers the ground on the ground, then he falls apart. So you want more him to cover ground like in the air, not on the ground. And it could be quite helpful for him to do a little bit of in-out training, a little bit of cavaletti work there too. Yeah? To elongate the air time and shorten the ground time. So it's not about
it would be. See with his canter.
Yeah.
Because there is no moment of suspension.
Yes. So I would ride him over tight in-outs, not wide. Yeah. Really, so that he has to learn how to close but stay in the air. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Now, walk for a moment before he gets too annoyed here. We're analyzing a lot again. That's how we end up with you. That's how it goes. How did that feel for you as an explanation?
Good.
Yeah?
When you're saying the in and out, not what you mean in the gait now or in cavaletti?
That would be in cavallettis.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, with the in and out, that's what we're going to do now with your seat. We had that yesterday that we said outside seat bone connects with his outside hind leg.
Yes.
And and it's like when you ride canter, your pelvis is like your 2 seat bones are your legs, and you're skipping on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you want to open the stride, yeah. When I skip on the ground, I do this more. Then I have, of course, outside inside hip leading. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I want to collect more, I actually would love to have a canter like that on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means my seat bones, the shift of weight is not so much inside hip pushing forward, it's much more lateral. And I would just like you, maybe we'll do it on the other rein because we've now been on the left rein, that you just try to a little bit open and collect and open and close the canter with a feeling that this, of course, takes more time. This is quicker.
Okay.
So for collecting, you want to get a little bit quicker in the pelvis and have a more lateral shift of weight.
Yeah.
And when you open him, you can allow your pelvis a little more time, and the inside hip leads a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah? So the rhythm would be left, right, 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 out, in, out, in, out, in. That's your seat bones. Da-dap, 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 da-dap. And for collecting, you want to get quicker so that you really get a shorter diagonal. Yes, 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 and quick, and quick, and quick. Yes. And when he gets tense, release him a little again. Don't, yeah? What's important at the moment is that you get the reaction. Not that we get it forever. And release him again. Da-dap, da-dap, da-dap. Yes, there you have a good hind leg. And now you keep that hind leg and you kind of make the shoulders quicker. Da-duck, 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 and go again. That was better. Yeah? Instead of thinking you want the hind legs more under, think that you make the shoulders quicker. You change. It's easier to influence. The hind leg is just the engine that stays. And yes, 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 and forward again. That was better. And again, sit lateral and influence his shoulders. And give him freedom there. Yes? Okay, now when you started, now go forward again. When you started now, for the first time I saw that he lifted his shoulders. Yeah? This shortening the stride he can only do when he rounds his back and lifts his shoulders. Lift the shoulder. Yes, 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 and go again. Yeah?
That was nice.
Yeah? Ah, a little bit more energy behind. Come, little come. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Okay, we're waking up. There. Ah, and now don't lose the energy when you play with the shoulders. So collecting is compressing energy. You compress the energy, but you don't kill it. You have to keep it alive and forward again. Ah. You have to get quicker and play with an energy ball between your seat bones. Da-da, 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 and get him to shorten his diagonal. Yes, yes, yes. It's that outside shoulder that you need to get to shorten. Yes, 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 okay. Yeah? Because when you have control of his outside shoulder, that's coming down together with his inside hind leg. And the diagonal phase is the quality of the canter. So you collect using controlling his outside shoulder, and the inside shoulder comes up. Yes! Okay, much better. Okay, let's change the rein. Let's see how that goes on the other rein. And he needs to just get more elastic there. Gymnastic.
Jawohl.
Yeah. Because I can see that for him, it's still a little bit, collection is slowing down. And he slows down his landing phases. But no, collection is getting quicker in the landing and longer in the air. So in your own pelvis, when you want to collect him, you have to make him quicker in the landing, quicker in his shoulders. The hind legs, they have the rhythm. The rhythm stays. What gets quicker is the shoulders. The hind leg have a steady rhythm. Da, 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 da. And the shoulders get quick and quick and quick and quick. And when you want to go forward and canter, you get and out and out and out and out. Then you have more time. And when collecting, it's quick and quick and quick and quick and quick. Isn't it? When you feel it gets slower in the shoulders, you have to ride out again. Yeah? You collect them as long as you can keep this quickness. Out in, and quick and quick and quick and go again. There. Now make the circle a little bit smaller. Like to a 15 to 12 meter circle. And now think of a little bit travers, like preparing for a working period. And when you feel he gets quick and you have influence on the shoulder, you take the inside leg and you make the circle bigger again and ask a little forward canter. And forward. Go. Yes. And smaller again. Already smaller circle again. Control that outside shoulder. And ask for a little bit preparation here. Collect them, collect them, collect them. Quick and out and forward. Yeah, that's okay. Because I want him to be a little bit more in front of your inside leg. The inside leg and the outside rein, that's the important thing here. That you get that control there. Ta-tuck, a little bit, yeah. Yes, 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 and out and forward. Ah. And again, in and travers. Yes, 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 because the travers stretches that shoulder. And out, shoulder 4. Good, good, good. Okay. That looks a bit more elastic now. Okay, I think you can give him a moment of a walk break. Now, how did that feel?
Good. I could feel that I was having an effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got this feeling more of a connection to what I can get his hind legs to do.
Yeah.
And his shoulders felt higher.
Yeah. Good. Now, I saw a clear difference to yesterday, and I think that these are images that will help you a little bit to understand how to make him more supple, and more supple is not more loose, you know. He's pretty supple in himself, I mean, relaxed. But you need him now to produce power and more energy and stay relaxed and not get stiff. And this quick changing behind, this little bit of hesitating, not thinking forward when you ask, where you have to ask him twice, you know, that's all signs that he's not elastic. Yeah? He's not against you, he's trying, but he's not elastic. So you don't need to train movements, you need to make him elastic, elastic, elastic all the time. And the same elasticity you need in your own body. That you don't try to hold or fix something or maintain there, you have to play with it a lot more. Okay. Go once more in canter around the arena and play between shoulder in and travers. Think in the shoulder in, that diagonal landing gets on a straight line. Yeah, so that's more balance. When you go into the travers, you give the diagonal more room. So you have it's easier for him to balance, but you have more bend. So you stretch the outside shoulder, that then in the shoulder in needs to get in front and balance again. So that game between shoulder in and travers would be a game between balance and bending. Little shorter reins that your hands are forward. Shoulder in, balance, travers, bend. Bend, make it easy for him there. Yes. And shoulder in and balance him. Balance. Yeah. And when you ride to the mirror, really look that the shoulder in is just a balancing, not a hind leg out. Balance and bend. Not too long. Bend already. Bend, 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 and balance. Balance, 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 and bend. So, and balance. Good. Do it on an inside track now. Balance, and bend, and balance. Oops, not too much. The outside hind leg, yes, only balance. That's it, and bend. Yes! Yeah? Okay, change the rein. Same on the other rein. That's gymnastic for him. Not getting slower on the ground, quicker on the ground. I'll get a better. Huh? Quick on the ground, then it's easier to balance. And you play balance and bend. And balance again. Don't get into anything that's stuck. Ups, too much, and bend. And balance. For the, yes. Quick, quick. Oh. Yeah, but he always does it here. Yeah, and balance and bend. Balance and bend. And balance. It's getting good. Oops, not too much. Yes. And bend. Good. Good. And then the next long side, ask a little forward. Forward and collect, and forward and collect. Forward and balance for collecting. And forward and balance for collecting. Think shoulder forward. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But you felt it. This shoulder force is extremely important for him because only then you can influence that diagonal. He's landing too slow again. Get quicker. Get quicker. Yes. Quick and quick and quick. And ask him a little forward and shoulder four for collecting. Shoulder four. Quick, quick, quick. Za. Okay, let him go into trot. And continue the same in trot. Shoulder in, travers. And travers. And bend. Shoulder in again. Yes, yes. And travers again. Keep them in front of your inside leg there. Yes. Ah. Okay. And really, the shoulder in is, you don't think so much about bending him in the shoulder in. Think about having a straight line between his inside hind leg and outside shoulder that he has to find the balance over. Good. Good. Okay. Next long side, you stay in the shoulder in. And in the shoulder in, you ask a little forward, a little slower. A little forward, a little slower. So you have to have a steady line that you can ride forward on. You have to first find his balance on that line. He has to find his balance on that line. And then you ask forward on that line. Yes. Yes, don't worry about the bend. If you have the line, you have to ride something to ride forward to. The bend will come. Yes! It's actually quite a nice bend. If you think too much about the bend, you lose the outside hind leg. Make that straight line in his body. That you really have a straight line in his body from the hind leg to the outside shoulder that you can ride forward on. And imagine his hind legs, the hoofs imprint should be straight. Because what he's doing when he goes, he changes the direction of his hind feet. The imprint of the hoofs are just a straight line because you only change the shoulders. Keep the hoofs going straight, especially that left foot. Yes, better. Not so much angle, then he can't keep his hoofs straight. You need a straight line from his left hind leg to his right shoulder. And if he turns his left foot, then he's giving you something else, not a shoulder in. The hind legs walk a straight line. That's what you need. Straight, 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 and go, 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 go on it. There, there, there. Okay. Okay. Let him walk, we'll change the rein. Then he has to do it on the other rein. Now he was bending. This was a true bend. But you weren't worrying about it. Felt it?
Clapping, I'm exhausted over here.
That was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one I got. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm getting... This is the other one I got already, so I don't know how you want it. Okay, I'll let you collect it. Wow. Ha! Here we go.
Equinox hat.
There you go, perfect. Looks lovely.
Will I be allowed to wear that today at Middle Ranch, or do I have to put yours on in Middle Ranch?
Say that again?
I have to change hats wherever I go now.
No, you can have whatever you want.
because
Now he's buttering you up.
I run around in Israel with a waterborne dressage.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We were world known.
Yes, world known. Okay. Okay. Now I think that was this really nailing that you control the hind legs. That was, yeah. Because it was so obvious that when you started shoulder in, he immediately turned the angle of the hind legs, and that feels on top, oh, he's really doing something behind, but he's actually escaping. Yeah. It's called shoulder in, not turn the hind legs or bend the ribs or, you know. If the hind legs stay facing that way, the shoulder comes here, you have a bend. But if you take the shoulders here and the hind legs do that, you have no bend, because that's an escape. This is bending. This is not bending.
More to use the outside leg also.
Yes.
Keep those hind legs
Yes.
straight.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it once on the right rein. That's okay. We're never angry when they're wanting to work. First, play with the shoulder in travers once more, just that he gets this, because the balance and the bend, it's like stability, mobility. They go together. The two B's, BB. Balance and bend. And balance and bend. And always think when you come from the bend to the balance, your horse has to grow, not get smaller. Because balance needs it's like you go up on your toes. You have to have the feeling in your own seat. You narrow your pelvis and you need more balance to produce the shoulder in. Yes, look how he's coming up. Yeah? And balance again. Balance, narrow your pelvis. Well, yeah. And not too much outside rein, because otherwise you restrict the bend. Yes. Balance and bend. And from the bend you come to a higher level of balance. You grow to balance. Go to balance, grow to it. Soft on your left hand. Soft on your left hand. Yes, feel this? Okay, now stay in the shoulder in and think in that shoulder in you can go have that straight line to go forward on, so that it develops on it. Soften your ends, develop on it. Okay, good job, good job. Yes, and it's a little harder for him on that hind leg there. Yes, but it's coming. This is gymnastic for him. Wow, look at what a good trot you got now. Felt this? Yeah? You have to feel after every shoulder in, the basic trot must feel more elastic, more springy, more alive. They should get energized through shoulder in, not tired out, you know? You compress energy that then when you ride him normal, you have him. And when you do that, you get him more in front of your leg, and then he's not curling in as much. Then the thing with the contact gets better. Okay, I can really see how he's angling now more in the hind leg. I like that.
The contact in the frame.
It's getting, yeah, because he can be a horse who gets a little bit behind and tight, but that I like. Because now you're really riding the hind leg and you're just allowing him, not too much angle, not just a straight line there, because when he gives you too much angle, he's not balancing. Yeah? Yes. Okay, I think you can stretch him for a moment. Let him. This rein, it's a little bit harder for him on the hind leg than on the other rein. Yeah. On the left rein, we had the hind leg here, the highlight here. On the right rein, the highlight was actually the short side up there. And once the frame where you said the frame was light. Yeah. And it's always about touching these good moments. And when you've got there, you can get there again. And think in the stretching again of this little bit spiraling of your arms. That you have this counter from your shoulders to your hands. This is nice. And that you really feel in the rising, don't rise too quick. Because otherwise you give up the contact. Yeah? Yes. Yes, take your time for rising. Like you have chewing gum on the saddle and you don't want to rip it off. Yes. Feel this? Then he works better into that frame.
That's very relaxed now.
Yeah, but it's active. This is the good, yeah? So whatever you worked before, it really shows now because that he can do this now. Okay, now see if you can let him stretch. This is a nice basic stretch. We'll call that number 3. Now let him go a little bit deeper. Like an elevator going 1 story deeper. That you get into the 2nd floor. That he doesn't really want to go to. Yes. And you take him into the 3rd floor again. Bring him up to the 3rd floor again. Yes. And down to the 2nd floor again. Good. And up to the 3rd floor again. And in the 3rd floor, your elevator, the inside door is opening. So you flex him a little to the inside and let him have a look out. And then you close the door again. And you open the outside door. But he stays in the 3rd floor. He doesn't fall down. And you close the door again. And then you go down to the 2nd floor. Yes, there we're in 2nd floor. Now in 2nd floor, you open the inside door. He stays in 2nd floor. Yes. And close the door, open the outside door. Close the, yeah. Stay in 2nd floor, good. And close the door again. And when both doors are closed, you can move through, the elevator can move. So take him up to the 3rd floor again. And take him up to the 4th floor. And even in the 4th floor, you can open the doors. Very softly, very little. It's just a peek out, not a look out, you know. And then you close the doors and you go down to 3rd floor again. And yeah, and then you can go 2nd floor, and then you can go even 1st floor. Yes, see if you can get 1 story deeper, even to 1st floor. He has to reach for it. Yes, and you go up to 2nd floor again. That he can't go hiding, that he has to stay looking, that he really has to work the top line. Good. Change the rein. I like this image because that helps you to really work while you're stretching the horse and not just let the horse get long and not connect anymore. This is good. Feel this? Yeah. And think, it's your decision in which story, how high the elevator goes or how deep. And you have to have the possibility to open both doors. Whether you always do it or not, but when you open the door, you're staying in the same height. Because a lot of times, and you felt it, when you started flexing, he either lifts or he goes down, and then he's not balanced in the body. Great. Great. Good job. Okay. And let him go into walk. Ooh. Well done. So, lots of tools.
Yes.
lots of ideas what can be done, how to do.
No, thank you so much. It's a lot of stuff.